boy, nothing annoys me more than people trying to sell dreams through products. Fun fact, more streamers than I can count successfully grew their brands over the last few years without some of the products that we're going to talk about today. I highly encourage you just watch today's video before you listen to another person tell you what you need to justify their shitty purchases. First one we have is a full frame camera. Now, obviously a webcam is a great start for many creators. Though you don't need one, I understand the investment to get one. What I don't understand is where people went from I need a webcam to I need a camera that is good enough to produce a movie. So this is a full frame mirrorless camera. It's the Sony a7 IV for anybody that cares. And this is a 4K webcam. This camera is great for videography and photography. This is a 4K webcam. This camera is like $2,000 for the camera body alone. The lens is gonna cost you an additional $500 to $1,000 depending on what lens you get. This is a 4K webcam that costs $300. Now here's the thing, as you're growing your brand, most viewers just coming along throughout their day aren't gonna notice the difference between this $3,000 camera setup and this, a $300 webcam setup. I know this because this whole video I've been shooting on the same webcam and you haven't noticed a single difference. I'm just fucking with you. That's like a $5,000 cinema camera setup. No, but seriously, this is like one of the most frustrating conversations that I've had over the years. Seeing creators blow their money on full frame cameras that's going to not only be downscaled, but compressed quality is hysterical to me. I mean, never mind the fact that most people can't even watch in 1080p. And here we have streamers trying to get the best dynamic range and most options out of a 4K resolution that nobody in the streaming space is going to be able to see. At most, I would understand like an affordable crop sensor camera, something that's like $500 to $750 to where you could put a different lens on it, get that background blur, you know, the preference that a lot of people want. I'll actually find a solid crop sensor setup and leave a link in the description and a link to this as well.
Hey, why don't you turn up them qualities so I can see more of you?
What the fuck? Now let's move on to microphones. Now this next one is a little bit more important. I argue that with streaming, a solid microphone is a better investment than a solid camera. But let's be real, most decent mics don't cost that much. There's a lot of good microphones in the $50 to $100 range. The Yeti is still like a solid OG entry-level mic. Then you have mics like the Elgato Wave and the Rode Pod mic. But for some reason, everybody still wants to be like Joe Rogan. This is the Shure SM7B. It's like one of the pinnacle mics in history of microphones. Even I got one finally after 8 years of doing this. It's actually great for podcasts, high quality audio voiceovers, music, and when creators actually grow brands, it's a phenomenal update. And it's good to point out, it's not just the Shure SM7B. There's a handful of like $300 to $500 XLR microphones that people have bought throughout the years, specifically because my favorite TTV streamer has it, so I need to get it to be successful like them. It's actually kind of sad that many people chase these microphones for hundreds of dollars, all to get it and find out that their interface can't even power this, so then they gotta go buy additional things because they had no fucking idea what they were doing. But hey, it looks cool, right? So people are gonna for sure take you serious now that you spent all the money on it.
Who even are you?
I'm the guy with the Shure SM7B, bitch.
Mother of God.
And of course, when you're buying your $300 to $500 microphone to still get your audio compressed through Twitch's shitty stream quality, you of course then need to justify one of the most overhyped products in streaming, the Go XLR. Now what I have here isn't the Go XLR because I'm not an idiot. I'm kidding. This is actually the Rodecaster Duo. It's made and marketed more for podcasting, but a lot of creators have been using this as they've been switching away from the Go XLR. But I think it's safe to say that over the last few years, the Go XLR style has been the more popular streamer audio interface slash mixer setup, because nothing quite paves your path to becoming a successful streamer, like being able to hit a button and play an air horn or changing your voice.
Your content sucks, dude.
Oh yeah?
How about now, pussy?
Wow, your production value is unlike anything I've ever seen. Please take my money.
Now, it's good to point out that these products aren't bad. In fact, everything that I talked about today is great for successful full-time creators. But we're talking a very small fraction of creators. You know, the creators that have already developed a following, they've monetized themselves, they have their thing. Having the mindset of once I turn this into a career, I'm gonna upgrade to these things is great. But the narrative that constantly gets pushed is that you need these things to be successful. And that could be further from the truth, both from the brands that try to sell you on the dream and the creators that also try to get you to buy along so they can feel like they made the right choice. That's why I picked these expensive XLR mics and these higher end audio interfaces to criticize, because they go hand in hand with this last thing, and that is the legendary dual PC setup. Because see, once you get the microphone and need that extra power, so you justify getting the better audio interface or mixer. Well, one of the benefits to that is now you can run a dual PC setup. And in the world of streaming, if you have the option, why would you not? A computer for gaming specifically, and another computer for streaming and recording. Because logically, it makes sense to get another PC to record content that you're still not gonna upload. Dual PCs have been one of my biggest arguments throughout the years for up and coming streamers, because maybe, just maybe, if you didn't spend $300 on the microphone, $1,200 on the camera, and $400 on your audio interface setup, and purchase an additional PC on top of it, maybe you could have just, I don't know, put more money into a better fucking PC. I think what's worse is the amount of people that actually believe all this. They believe the dream of financial freedom through a community and content is by blowing your money. They don't pay attention to the fact that most successful creators that use these very products upgraded throughout their journey, starting off with a lot of entry-level stuff and holding on through it throughout a long portion of their career. Hell, even some of the biggest creators to this day don't even use the best cameras, microphones, or audio interfaces. So, you know, fuck having a personality, screw making relatable content and being stress-free. Just spend all your money buying the next fancy thing, doing the same shit everybody else is doing while you manage 5,000 cables and simply sit back and wonder why you aren't getting lucky. That'll be sick.